Freddie, never wait too long between shots or your finger might change its mind. And shooting ain't got nothing to do with the mind. It's all a matter of instinct. There you go, pulling the trigger again. When all you got to do is close your hand gently, like you're squeezing a sock full of dead mice. That's better, baby. Just like a bag of dead...
That sticks. Can I go play with my dolly now, Grandpa?
You leave that dolly be and learn your lessons, Winifred. Load up that gun, 'cause this is a rough country, little lady, and the words they savvy best is the words you say with that there thing. Being a good shot ain't gonna get you in trouble. It'll keep you out of trouble. You ain't got a pappy or a mammy, and I'm getting old. And this is southern country. There's no telling where I'm going to be when you start to blossom out into the flower of young womanhood. I'll probably be up in the hills with just a couple of coyotes howling over my grave to keep me company. Then that there shooting iron has got to be your mammy and your pappy and your big brother. So shoot, little lady. Learn to shoot straight and quick. There we are. Go on now.
Yes, sir.
That's Grandpa's good girl. Now one for Pappy. Now one for Mammy. And one for Big Brother. Fine. Now one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Yes, sir. We got the little boy just where it done him the most good. Yes, sir. All you need now is lots of practice, and you'll be able to hold your own in this wicked old world.
Can I go play with my dolly now, Grandpa?
Yes, you can play with your dolly now. Poor motherless little Freddie. What a shot.
Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock.
That beautiful blonde from Bashful Bend never did learn to keep a friend. She'd give him a start and shoot him in the end. The beautiful blonde from Bashful Bend, the yodelay. She's hardly the type to cuddle near. She'd rather go out and rope a steer. They never did build a school that she'd attend. The beautiful blonde from Bashful Bend, the yodelay.
What are you talking about? This is a law-abiding town. It ain't the Wild West. People don't do things like this without some reason behind it. For heaven's sakes, Freddie, you ought to have some kind of an idea.
How do I know? Those things just happen. It can happen to anybody, that's all.
Well, it ain't so bad. They say the first 10 years is kind of irritating, but after that you get used to it. They say anyway.
What?
But why did you shoot him, Freddie? I said shoot. If you wanted to get rid of him, couldn't you push him out a window or down a well or under a horse? Or shoving him down a swamp in the bank at midnight? But why did you have to shoot the poor guy in the first place?
I was jealous, I guess. You know how girls are.
Do I?
I was sitting at one table with a couple of suckers from the East. Blackie was at the next table giving me the fisheye because we had a kind of a blow-up over this new jizzy that blew in.
Roulette, she calls herself yet. Nothing serious, but you can see me getting sore about a number like that one. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction, that Twilly. Just minding my own business.
Hey, shall I get it too?
Will excuse me, gentlemen. Maybe you'll do us a big flavor, Freddie, in singing us a song.
That's what I get paid for, so it can't be that big a flavor.
Will you excuse her, gentlemen?
Feel me out, boys, but don't forget me.
Impossible. Hurry back.
See you later. Every time I meet you.
Sure.
first time, just as though we never had met before. Every time I kiss you for the first time, and my happy heart keeps begging you for more.
Why, there, my stocking, Sherry. You escort me to my room, no? I'm afraid for all this man.
Well, I suppose so.
The moment is grand, and the feeling is so brand new. Every time you leave me, won't you take this thought along with you? I've fallen in love for the first and the last time, too.
Every time I meet you, I fall in love all over again. 'Cause every time I meet you for the first time, just as though we never had met before. Just as though we never had met before.
Every time I kiss you for the first time, and my happy heart keeps begging you for more.
For more and more, I'm begging you, and every time
you thrill me,
how you
thrill me for the first time. The moment is grand, the feeling is so brand new.
The feeling is new.
Every time you leave me, won't you take this thought along with you? I've fallen in love for the first and the last time, too.
I see. Then you didn't actually mean to shoot the Honorable Alfalfa J. O'Toole.
The Honorable Alfalfa J. O'Toole?
Judge of the United States Circuit Court, and shoot him good, what I mean.
Is that who yelled?
Do you blame him?
Then where was Blackie and that tomato?
Maybe under the bed. How do I know? The party we're interested in is the one that was on top of the bed. The Honorable Alfalfa J. O'Toole.
I suppose he's awfully irritated.
If he's alive, he is. And irritated doesn't begin to describe it.
Maybe he doesn't remember my name, Ambrose. Maybe he forgot it in the excitement.
Remember your name. In letters of fire, he remembers your name. In letters of fire 9 feet high.
When I catch that Blackie.
Look, Freddie, a man's a man, and when something new comes along, an opportunity presents itself.
What's new about a twist?
His thoughts just naturally turn to... You take like me, Freddie, sitting right here in this dungeon beside you. Even I, who sit here, Freddie.
Even you who sit there, Freddie, what?
I got a right to sit, ain't I?
Well, just keep on sitting.
Pronto, open the door. Well, look what you done. Forgot my flowers. Put this bed over that way. Be careful. Go over that way. Put the floor out over that way. That's over there. What's going on?
Is the judge still sore, Joe?
Yes, he's sore. You mean he's sore? He ain't sore, he's boiling. He ain't boiling, he's exploding. He's setting fire to the curtains. I brought you something to eat.
Oh, thanks, Joe, and for the bed.
And the bath, now don't mention it, honey.
Maybe I better apologize to him. I guess I better apologize to him.
Oh, sure, and take him some fudge.
You just take me over there, and when I tell him how sorry I am...
I can't do it, Freddie, not without bail.
I got the right, Ambrose. I got the legal right.
You got what legal right? You got a legal right if you got a court order, and you know who the only person is who can sign that court order?
I can guess, I guess.
That's right, the Honorable Alfalfa J. O'Toole in person.
It isn't as if I was asking for anything really, Ambrose. You know I wouldn't get you in trouble for the world, Ambrose.
I wouldn't even consider it, Freddie. Listen, I was absolutely sure. You'd left your gun here, you wasn't out of my sight for even half a second, and I was right with you all the time.
Well, who else would I want to be right with all the time? Ambrose?
Steady now. If you just wouldn't wiggle around so much, I'd have it out in an instant. There we are. Now I've got it. Let it elusive little devil, isn't it? I thought sure it was there. It got away again. Well, let's have another whack at it.
If you'd just be a little less cheerful about it, you old windbag. Of all the butchers I have... Oh, well, I get even with you for this.
There it is, there. I've got it. Or have I? Is that a button off your trousers? Oh, no, it can't be a button off the trousers. It's a different shape. Oh, it can't be a button off the trousers because it have a thread in it. This has no thread in it. Oh, it's a safe bet that's it.
Oh.
There, don't excite yourself. What's the little difference between friends?
Between friends, I never even saw her. I haven't seen her yet. She works strictly from the back. I'll give her so much solitary confinement she'll be talking to herself. And if that crook of a sheriff allows her so much as one visitor, I'll... Get out and stay out!
Yes, don't come in here.
Oh.
Oh, hello, my love.
What is this I hear about your being shot in a young woman's bedroom by her irate and emeritus? You
There's
old...
no such word as emeritus, madam.
Who is this old tramp?
Madam, I happen to be the doctor.
You were right the first time. Now, if you'll just go home and wait patiently, I'll explain the whole thing.
What were you doing in her bedroom?
Whose bedroom? Oh, is this a bedroom? How was I to know it was a bedroom?
That isn't a hot stove you're sitting on.
You can put two and two together.
Will you keep your beard out of my soup? Actually, the doctor put me on a bed.
You were shot on a bed.
How do you know?
The whole town knows.
What?
It's a very dainty piece of conversation. An old walrus like you honey-fogling around with this little blonde when in comes your nemeratus and lets you have it.
Right in the caboose.
Now, listen carefully, Elvira. Oh, I was feeling a little dizzy. You know how bilious I've been since your sister went east and you started doing the cooking? So Joe, the proprietor, brought me up here to lie down on that couch for a little while because it wouldn't disturb anybody.
Why didn't you lie down downstairs?
What, on the faro table? I looked great with the customers betting both ends against my middle.
So you were entirely alone.
I was completely alone. And the next thing that happened...
Your namaratus came in and let you have it.
Who's in Amaratus? Oh, if I lived through that. What? Look, will you believe me if I get the thug she was shooting at up here and have him tell you himself it was him and not me she was trying to plug?
I will not. But I would certainly admire seeing you trying to get him to say it.
Go get him, Doctor, and bring him up here. And if you need a paper, I'll sign it.
Certainly.
Be sure you tell him what to say before you bring him in.
You may depend upon it, madam.
Now, whose room did you say this was?
I didn't say anything about it. I suppose it belongs to the hotel. It looks like a hotel room.
It wouldn't be a lady's room by any chance, would it?
I don't know. I've never been in a lady's room.
I suppose this belongs to one of the bartenders.
Oh, it may, for all I know. I never...
Or these?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know what they are. I hope. Oh. Whoever you are, stay out!
Hello? You feel nice, sweetie. Your little tutu still on fire? I seen you have shot lots of times.
Oh.
This is sure the first time I see you.
And what are you doing in this room?
What am I doing? But what should I be doing in this room? What are you doing in my trousers?
Your trousers. That's all I wanted to know, Alfalfa.
Well, now that you think you know it, why don't you go home?
But why is your mother upset?
Well,
Your mother? Oh!
Oh, no, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. Hello yourself. Now get out of here. What do you think this is, a barbecue?
Hello?
I just happened to think, Your Honor.
Well, cut it out. Now go away. If you want to see me, you can come to court the next time I sit. Oh, why did I have to think of that?
She's just sorry she showed you. That's all she wanted to tell you.
What? Just a moment, you. When I get through with you.
Now, don't excite yourself into a condition, Angel Face.
Now, bring that she-rattlesnake in here. When I get through with you, young woman, what do you mean setting this female at liberty, you crook?
Why, she ain't at liberty, Your Honor. It's just that she felt so bad on your account.
She would have brought you hard, Your Honor.
Oh, to know that you're alive, Your Honor, instead of rotting away in some lonely grave.
You don't rot quite that soon.
Well, why should he rot in a lonely grave from Maritush's?
Oh, you're taking this too lightly, Conchita, isn't she, Your Honor?
Oh, it's nothing. Turn over, Honey Bunch. You start calling my husband Honey Bunch.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry, Your Honor. If there's any man in the world I wouldn't have wanted
You
to...
stay away from my husband.
Why don't you go home?
I'm not thinking of him as your husband, ma'am. You don't have to worry. I'm not thinking of him as a man at all.
Huh?
I'm thinking of him as a father, a forgiving father, to put his arms around me and...
Hi, Papi.
If you could only find it in your heart to forgive me, to pretend this never happened.
With my bucket full of lead.
I didn't mean it for you, Your Honor. I didn't mean it for anybody. I don't hardly know one end of a gun from another. I don't hardly know how it got in my hand. All of a sudden, I see this big rook that I slaved for, that I bought neckties for, that I hocked my jewelry for, that I sewed buttons on for, playing puss in the corner with this Beazle. What was I supposed to do?
Well, you wasn't supposed to plug me, that's a cinch.
Look in my eyes, Your Honor.
Don't you do it, Alfalfa.
Don't listen to her, Judge. He's a little bit upset tonight. Think how they'll talk about you when you let me go. They'll say, there's a man with a heart as big as a bull fiddle, even though he did get shot up a little.
A little? You should
feel... It would
feel...
have made some men as mad as a bear with a sore paw.
It ain't my paw that's sore, honey.
The Honorable Alfalfa set her free. He forgive her. He patted her on her little head and said, I forgive you, honey.
Paints a very pretty picture.
You know it's what you want to do, Your Honor. Tell the sheriff. Tell him to set me free. Don't hold the words in. And then as soon as you're on your feet again, come up and...
Don't you do it, Alfalfa.
Come up and point out the evil of my ways. I need your help. I need your guidance. I need a papa.
Oh, Papa.
Well, I don't suppose you was really aiming at me at that.
Of course I wasn't, Your Honor. You know that. Well, I couldn't any more aim at a human being than I could... I'm the gentle type, Your Honor. I'm the home type. You can see that. Look into my eyes again. Look deep.
I got him. Here he is.
You wanted to see me, Judge? I understand there's been some little understanding that I had no connection with you, understand? But if I can be of any assistance...
Oh, so you had no connection with all this in any way, huh? And I suppose you had no connection with that little French omelet either. Just as you didn't have with every other new twilly that's blowing in here.
Cut it out, honey. Cut it out. He
Why,
ain't worth
you
it.
triple-timing two-faced...
Now, wait a minute.
So you think you're gonna horse around with me, do you?
Why, I don't even know what you're talking about, honey. You must have been looking at a couple of other people.
Do tell.
Ah, there you are, pretty puss. I hope I don't make you much trouble. I've been looking...
Not as much as I'm gonna make for you, you overdressed little...
No, Freddie.
What is this?
What you need is some advice and some guidance.
What I need is a gun. Save me! Give me that!
Stop, no.
Oh, look out now. Remember, you don't know one end of the gun from the other. Remember, you don't know.
Hold on.
Remember, you don't know one end of the gun from the other. Look out now.
No.
Yes.
Will you stop
Are
those?
you all right,
Shut up.
Alfalfa?
Ow!
Oh, dear.
Will you stop?
Honey, it could happening to anybody.
Not twice in the same place, it couldn't. That's very unusual.
I'm so sorry.
Go away.
Never a dull moment, I always say.
Shut up. Will you get out of here, you stupid asses, head and catch those murderers before they get to Alaska? What?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Well, how about it, Doctor?
There, Alfalfa.
There, Now, have we lost our sense of humor? I should think it'd be a privilege to be shot at by a beautiful young thing like that. I remember one time in humor I was going...
Will you stop talking? Shove a pillow down your tonsils and start digging, you old windbag.
Let's see, where is it now? Let's see.
Oh!
Oh, is that you with the arm of the chair? Let's see.
All aboard.
Hurry up, Conchita will miss it. What are you doing?
Where'd you get these things? Never mind. I'll explain later.
Well, I'm kind of crowded for space. You say you got tickets?
Certainly we got tickets. Huh, what do you think we are, a couple of flooby joobies?
Could I see these here now tickets?
We lost them.
How's that again?
We lose the keys. They're in the statue, but we lose the keys. That's right. Shut up before you happen to an accident. And you too. Now, where do we lay down?
Any little old place will do.
I'd just like to see them tickets first because...
We told you we lost the keys.
Don't you take our word?
I see. Well, maybe I can help out along that line.
Here. What service?
I think this one will just about do it. There we are. And here are the tickets.
Oh, no.
Yes. Well, jump my claim if it isn't little Miss Hilda Swandumber.
Huh? Naturally.
Brother
sure.
Hingelman's terribly worried about you.
Brother who?
Brother Hingelman, wondering where you was, told me to be on the lookout for you. Well, it certainly is nice to meet up with you, but he sure didn't tell me what a looker you was.
Really? Of course, he's an awful flatterer. Always kidding.
I'll telegraph me you're on board.
Shut up.
Just come with me for to bring the bags.
Yes,
You're
sir.
sure gonna like it in Snake City, I hope. You must be that little Indian girl she was bringing with her. You leave Mama and Papa back home in teepee? How would you like to go with me and see White Man's choo-choo, puff-puff engine, huh?
Or would you like to go suck an egg?
Oh, she's learned a little English.
Yeah, a little too much if you ask me. Well, if you need anything during the night, just try pulling the bell handle. If anybody answers it, tell them what you want. Good night.
Good night. Come here.
Yes, ma'am. Hope you all be nice and comfortable.
Well, we won't get lost, that's a cinch.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, where did you get it?
Get what?
This swan dumper stuff or whatever she calls herself.
We're traveling, ain't we? We got to have traveling bags, ain't we?
Where did you get them?
Oh, we'll send them back later.
You stole them.
How you talk?
You did so.
I did not.
I heard that woman yelling when the train was pulling out. Conchita.
Some women are always yelling, never satisfied.
You locked her in someplace.
I did not.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself doing that to another girl. I mean, I don't care what you do to a man, but to another girl.
I tell you I didn't.
You know how long you can get for something like that? I mean, we can get.
You know how long you can get for plugging a judge in both ends? I mean, we also?
I'd almost forgotten about that part.
Look, we needed valises, we got valises. We needed overcoats, we got overcoats. We needed reservations, we got them. We'll send them back later.
Sure, and we'll probably spend the rest of our natural life.
Say, what do you know? We're school teachers. How much is 1 times 1?
Who's school teachers?
We are. We are Hilda Swandumper, and we got a license. Ain't that lovely?
Just dandy.
Oh, nice clean work. No drunks to roll, no salesmen to listen to their silly jokes, no getting soused if you don't feel like it.
Who's gonna teach what, you?
You, I guess. I'm just Flatfeet, the Indian girl. While you teach, I weave baskets.
In a pig's pants, I'll be the teacher.
Don't you see how this fits our solution?
In the first place, I don't know anything. In the second
Well, you
place...
have to know to teach a lot of little mugheads who don't know nothing neat.
What am I going to teach them? How to play stud?
Well, you can start them off on plain draw, couldn't you?
Very funny. In the second place, I probably don't look any more like Hilda Swandumper than I look like Swan the Hill Dumper.
All Swedes look alike.
And in the third place, if there's one place I don't want to be in the first place, is when Miss Swandumper shows up without her tickets, without her satchels, without her overcoats, not to mention her hat.
She ain't never going to show up.
How do you know?
Because I borrowed this stuff from a big black box. She must have croaked on the way out.
Oh, then who was that doing the yelling when we pulled out?
Blackfeet, the Indian girl, I guess. It couldn't have been the other.
Oh, poor kid.
Don't do that.
What's the matter?
It's bad luck to put a hat on the bed.
Welcome, Hilda, to my city.
I was really beginning to give up on this one. She must have come by way of Alaska.
No.
If she hears you sing like that, she won't even get off the train.
With more enthusiasm.
Now, once more. Welcome, Hilda Swandammer. You look so exactly like your name. Quiet, please. I wouldn't know you in a million. I am Dr. Smidlap. As leading music teacher and undertaker of Snake City, it is my pleasant duty to welcome you into our peaceful flock. Will you shut up and introduce the next speaker, Mr. Hingleman, chairman of the school board and local blacksmith.
Friends, young ladies, fellow voters of Snake City, as chairman of our school board, it is my warm duty to welcome you as our new teacher and say in conclusion, may Bashful Ben's gain be Snake City's loss.
Thank you very much for both of us, me and my friend. I mean my little Indian maid.
Quiet! Shut up! Shut up!
I brought my little friend along because you naturally don't want to live alone. I mean, you know how it is for a strange girl in a strange town.
You won't have a thing to worry about, Hilda. I'm Mrs. Hinkleman. Julius and I want you to stay with us up to our house, don't we, Pa?
We sure do, Ma. And that goes for little Firewater here, too. How you leaving Papa and Mama, huh? Everything heap good back in Wigwam?
How would you like to Everything was wonderful.
Fine, fine. Now, I want you to shake hands with Dr. Schultz in case you get sick.
The pleasure is mine.
And Mr. Sweetser, our sheriff, in case you shoot somebody.
My pleasure.
Which ain't very apt to happen, huh?
Can you imagine?
And then we have Mr. Jorgensen, the United States Marshal, in case you done that shooting on government property.
Ben sweet also, Hilda.
No fooling.
Yeah, sure. Bet you we shall have many jolly good times together. Bye, Jingle.
4, I'll get you 6.
And last but not least, my son Charlie, who's been teaching the school against your arrival.
How do you do, Miss Swandumper? Welcome to Snake City.
Oh, so you were the teacher ahead of me.
I'm actually a mining engineer by trade.
And owns a little mine of his own.
Quite a small one, I assure you.
Silva?
Oh, no, gold.
Oh, I see.
May you call me Hilda? Why, the very idea. Me that ain't hardly ever seen you before.
Despite the interruptions, if I can be of any assistance whatsoever in acquainting you with our town, its people, or its schoolhouse, or any other little thing, I am yours to command.
Stand back, Varmint. I'm about to take Miss Hilda through our fair city and buy her a little drink.
Oh, you big wicked man, how dare you talk that away?
And it ain't gonna be you, Razorback.
Oh, look at Papa.
Gonna be the real Hilda. How about it, cutie?
How about what? And what do you mean by calling this young lady cutie?
Take it easy, son.
How dare you,
Well,
sir?
dog my cats if it ain't Jojo the dog-faced boy. How's everything down the kennel, Jojo?
I should think you'd be ashamed of yourself, Gus Besserman.
Everybody's always trying to put me in the wrong. All I said
Now, boys,
was,
why don't
it
you
ain't
move on?
Jojo the dog-faced boy.
Oh, you missed it. Get over there, son. But I won't miss you, Gus.
Is your father all right?
Cut it out, boys. Cut it out, gentlemen.
Now, don't let's carry this no further, Gus, because I don't want to have to hurt you, really.
You don't, huh? I'll show you how much you're gonna hurt me.
Now, boys, let's talk this thing over.
You ain't gonna hurt me. You ain't never gonna hurt nobody no more. Get me?
I ain't armed, Gus.
Take a good look, Julius, cause it's the last thing you're ever gonna...
Who fired that shot?
Who done that?
What shot?
Dog my cats if I didn't do it unconscious. 100% unconscious.
You get a wonderful feeling of security.
With a sheriff who can shoot like that.
Especially when he's 100% unconscious.
Of course, this is just my sewing room, but I think you'll be as snug in here as 2 pins in a pincushion. Now, here's the machine, if you want your little maid to run anything up. I suppose you sew. It has the foot treadle, so much more convenient than the hand crank, at least I think. Well, now, dear, you'll sleep there, and your girl can... What is your name again, dear?
Pocahontas.
Her name is really Consuelo. She's only half Indian.
I ain't pure.
She certainly doesn't look it, only half, I mean. Well, dear, now you can sleep here on the trundle. See how comfortable it is, and be sure you push it back during the daytime.
After I get off it.
Naturally. She's quite right for an Indian, isn't she? Well, now you'll be wanting to go down to the school. Charlie's waiting to take you. In the meanwhile, Connie can make up the room. And I think she'd better hang all your things out on the light. Or maybe she'd better give them all a light washing and ironing. I always say there's nothing like hard work, soap and water, don't you? I'll go down and put on a tub full.
We should have stood in jail. The trouble hasn't even started yet. Wait till I start teaching school.
Wait till I start ironing.
Of course, we could have walked it.
But you wanted to show me your buggy.
I guess maybe I did.
It's only natural. Did you have it sent out from the east?
Oh, yes, from Omaha.
Do tell. You must show me your gold mine, too, someday.
If you don't mind going down in a bucket.
How was that again?
Well, you see, a gold mine having no stairs, you'd have to be lowered in a bucket.
Like the girl from Nantucket. Oh, excuse me.
How was that?
Just a poem. Is there a lot of gold in your mine?
There might be, and then again.
Oh, sure.
At the moment, we're only taking out 40 ounces. That's about $800 worth.
A year?
Oh, no, a week.
A week?
Oh, yes.
Well, what do you know?
Oh, here's our little church. Would you like to see it?
I'd love to see it.
Then I'd love to show it to you.
Oh, isn't this pretty? Do you come here on Sundays?
As a matter of fact, I play the organ in it on Sundays.
No fooling. Now, wherever did they get an organ? I mean, way out here.
Well, as a matter of fact, I gave it to them out of the gold mine.
Now, isn't that something?
Not really. Only $65 plus freight. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, sure. It looks at least like a $100 one.
Thank you. That's what it said in the prospectus.
In the gloaming, oh, my darling, when the lights are dim and low.
But you sing.
Oh, I do quite a lot of things besides school teach.
Shall we try it again, and you take the lead this time?
Well, I'll try to remember it.
Is this key all right?
Oh, I wouldn't know one key from another.
Splendid.
In the gloaming, oh, my darling, when the lights are dim and low, and the quiet shadows falling softly come and softly go. When the winds are sobbing faintly with a gentle unknown woe, will you think of me and love me as you did once long ago? Will you think of me and love me as you did once
That was wonderful. The way you sang, combined with the way you look, combined with that perfume. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't want to maybe do that. Please don't cry.
Two Indians.
Oh, the Bassman brothers. Somebody gave them those feathers for Christmas. I forgot to mention, they're also eavesdroppers.
Oh, I'm glad you warned me. Did you think it was because you kissed me I got so frightened? Oh, I wouldn't be frightened of you, Charlie.
Thank you. Thank you, Hilda. I wouldn't be frightened of you either.
Thank you.
Pass these down the line for me, will you, Opal?
Sure, Wilbur.
5'2", blonde, very pretty, nice shape.
That's a nice size, too. I sure hate them big fat ones.
Now, why does that ring some kind of bell in me?
They sure ring my bell, them little juicy ones. I remember one time...
had a Mexican girl with her. If them folks in Snake City hadn't all known her so good and where she come from and all, I'd have swore just that when I carried Saturday night with that fresh little Injun gal.
She was, huh?
Told me to go suck an egg.
No fooling. I'll bet you told her something.
And you'll collect. Shouldn't allow them to ride on trains at all, the way I look at it, but then I ain't running the government. I'll take these down the line for you, Wilbur.
Thanks, Orville.
No trouble at all, Wilbur. All aboard.
Yes, sir.
Snake City, please. One way.
You done perfect. Goodbye and good luck.
Thank you.
As if you've been ringing it for years, dear.
Well, you know, practice makes perfect.
That we feel the children are in good hands.
Thank you.
Well, goodbye and good luck. Not that you need it.
Are you coming to school, Conchi?
I got to do a washing. Some fun, huh?
I'll drive you home.
Me too.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Are you sure that you don't want me to stay just for the first morning?
Well, if I'm going to handle them at all, I might as well dive right in and get it over with.
Are you sure you don't want me to stay within screaming distance?
Why should they scream? I'm not going to hurt them.
That isn't exactly what I had in mind. However, in any case, will you take this as a desk piece with all my good wishes?
Oh, it's beautiful. And so sweet and thoughtful of you.
I suppose you know which end you point at your objective?
Oh, yes.
Which end you hold in your little hand?
Yes, indeed.
And how to load and unload it?
Quite.
I hope there's no danger of your hurting yourself.
Oh, I don't think so. Somebody might get hurt, but it won't be me. Thank you very much. And I'll see you later, Charlie. I've tried 4 times now, and I'm beginning to be just a little tired of it. You little kids are all right later. But there must be some foreigners in this room, because some of you big ones don't seem to know what I'm talking about. Now, I don't like geology any better than you do, but you'll learn it if it croaks you. Also, you're going to quit talking in class. You're going to listen. Phooey. And those of you that have... And those of you that have been drinking and smoking are going to be very much surprised in a very short while. Now, maybe some of you think I'm kind of little and small, but where I come from, the bunny rabbits have teeth that long and howl like timber wolves. And even the dwarfs are over 6'6". That's right, boys. Get rid of some big ones, because they're going to be your last ones. Now, I'm going to give you all a 10-minute recess to go out and play. Only stay away from the building. I've heard enough of you. Now, beat it. All except you two. Wouldn't you rather stay here and play with me? That's fine. Just go back to your desk, and we'll have lots of fun.
Oh, good.
Just us 3. Like yesterday. In the window. You, like to drink in class, huh?
What's the difference?
Suppose I told you I didn't like it.
Other teachers told us they didn't like it, too.
But you didn't care what the other teachers said.
That's right.
You're gonna care what this teacher says.
Is that so?
Or this little teacher is going to blow your little head off.
How is that?
Why don't you take another little drink? I'll bet it would taste awful good.
You care to join us, ma'am?
With pleasure. Stick that cigarette in your mouth, ugly mug. You, the other one.
No, just a minute. You ain't got no right.
Stick that cigarette in your mouth before I ram it down your throat. Now turn and look at your brother and keep praying. Shut up and don't put that ink bottle on your head.
The ink bottle.
Go on now.
No, no. Oh, I'm gonna tell my daddy.
Just for that, you get the same, you rat. Put that ink bottle on your head before I shoot your ears off. Steady. Now, you want me to show you like this to the other kids, or do you want to make a little deal with me and wash your faces and behave yourselves from now on and help me keep order with the other bad ones? Because I'm about as much scared of you as I am of a pair of mosquitoes. And I've got 2 shots left in this thing. Only the next time I'm not going to be so careful. You get me? And now we're going to start our little lesson. The earth is divided into 3 kingdoms. The animal, the vegetable, and the
mineral!
And the mineral, of course. I knew you boys would work out sooner or later. And the mineral is called geology. Now, ain't that something?
Howdy.
Oh, howdy, stranger. Something I can do for you?
I'm looking for a young woman called Freddie Jones. Winifred Jones. Heard she might have dropped off in York City. Last seen traveling with a little Mexican girl called Conchita. I'm wondering if by any chance...
I used to know a fellow by the name of Freddie Jones. Only we just called him Plain Fred. Died about 20 years ago.
Well, that
Well, then there was Charlie Jones, son of Rufus B., and his wife Mary. Mamie, they used to call her. Or was it Lucy?
Well, it really doesn't matter.
Well, I might as well get it straight. Then, of course, there was Clifford Jones. Now, he was...
If you'd ever seen Freddie, you'd never mistake her for Clifford.
That's right. You said a pretty girl.
What a girl.
Well, nice shape to her?
Fantastic.
Well, too bad I ain't seen her. I sure enjoy a nice shape to a woman.
Well, who doesn't?
Little girls and boys, hope that you'll find many joys, some fun, eh?
Buenos días, señorita. Espérate que te quiero hablar, ven aquí.
Suéltame, mi estrella, ¿qué es lo que usted se cree?
¿A dónde está
yo no,
ella,
ay, mi madre, yo no
Dime,
conozco a
¿a dónde
nadie, no,
está?
yo no conozco a nadie, yo soy una pequeña
Dime
yo no
dónde está, no me digas mentiras.
Suelta, hombre, mis trenzas.
Cuidadito que está mirando.
Am I sure?
But you didn't tell him I was here. I could have stayed on the train after
I
you got
didn't
off.
tell him nothing. I tell him I never seen him before. I tell him to go fry himself an enchilada. I tell him I am fresh in this country from Guatemala, and that if he think I look like anybody he know, I'm crazy. All in Spanish, you understand. I tell him you got off the train 2 stations behind and that you have no connection with the new school teacher who's an old bag about 60.
What did he say?
He said he'll meet you at the schoolhouse at 8 o'clock.
I see, all in Spanish.
In perfect Spanish.
You must have fooled him completely.
I'm not certain.
What could he want?
Look in the mirror.
Applesauce. A guy like that would never take a train for... Wait a minute, there might be a reward.
A reward? For what?
For me, dead or alive.
Who would want you dead?
That's it, the snake. He gets hunk with me for back there and some dough besides, a cheap so-and-so. Where's my gun?
Oh, now listen, please.
It's down at the schoolhouse. You tell Charlie I went ahead. He's giving me a lesson tonight. And have him meet me there about 1/4 after. That'll give me time to take care of Mr. Blackie.
Haven't you had enough trouble?
Not with him, I haven't. Anybody here? All right, all right. All right. Come in, you rat.
Good evening, Hilda Svandumper.
Why, Mr. Jurgensen.
I hope I don't interrupting.
You're certainly the last person I expected to see here tonight.
I hope you been feel good.
I've been pretty good. How have you been?
Oh, I've been fine, thank you. I hope those two yackles don't give you too much trouble for your first day.
Those two what?
The Bassaments, them two scarecrows.
Oh, no, not a bit. They were even very nice.
You must have very good influence then, because they are really a pair of yakkers. Yakkers.
No.
Oh, yes, they are, by Yings.
You better come away from the window. You might catch cold.
Well, now, that's very sweet of you, Hilda Svandumper. I skal now tell you why I come to see you. I got a letter from U.S. Marshal in Rimpa City.
Oh.
In letter is without notice.
Oh.
Some young flicker called Jones, Freddie Jones. She shoots at it, federal judge.
My gracious. Where'd you say she shot him?
In Rimpa City, on both sides.
Why, I never heard of such a thing.
I would like to see the way you hold the gun.
A gun? Why, I wouldn't know any more about it.
Miss Jones supposed to be a wonderful revolver shooter. Twice from long distance, she shot a judge in the same shooting place.
I wouldn't know any more about holding a gun than...
Oh, you have nothing to be afraid of.
Trigger you.
Just let me see you hold it.
Well, all right, but if anything happens...
No, not that way. This way.
Oh. Is this where you put your finger?
Yeah, that is correct. No, don't ever put...
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I told you not to.
Well, I have now done my duty. I've been satisfied.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, Hilda Svandumper. Good night.
What's all the excitement? A little pop gun bother you?
Not in the slightest. But that wasn't a very nice thing to do to that comic. You nearly scared him out of his accent.
How long have you been here?
I'm always early for appointments. I found it a very healthy habit.
You think so?
I know so. Good to see you, baby. And taste that lip rouge. I sure missed you.
I didn't miss you.
Oh, yes, you did. But what I can't figure is how you're getting by as Miss Gargle Swamp at the Mighty School, Mom, or whatever that awful name is. You can't spell cat.
I can spell louse.
Very funny.
And I might know a couple of other things you don't know about.
You might, but you don't. I know each and every one of your talents, and I cherish each and every one of them.
I see. Have you got any other bright last remarks before I let you have it?
Before you let me have what? Oh! You going into your act again? Haven't you missed me enough times for 1 week?
I said, have you got any other last remarks, you rat?
Only that I love you, that I've always loved you, that I always will love you, and that you look even lovelier here in the candlelight than I remembered you looking.
Oh, shut up.
And it's pretty hard for anyone, even you, to look better than the picture of you I carry in my heart.
With a reward sign under it that I don't suppose you'd happen to know anything about.
I know all about it. That's why I'm here.
I see.
I came to warn you.
Very thoughtful of you. I suppose that $1,000 didn't mean anything to you at all.
Nothing at all.
You'd sell your grandmother for $40.
That's an entirely different matter. She's very old and not at all well preserved. Whereas you, on the other hand, are the roundest, the daintiest, the most fragrant, and the most irresistible little witch that ever flew out of a cage.
Do tell.
Even though you have the mind of a child of 3 and the disposition of a tarantula.
Listen, you snake, you might as well save that applesauce, because I haven't any more feeling for you than I have for the cheapest, the slimiest, the lowest downer, the meanest,
Skunk. You've already said rat, snake, and louse. Now, come on, let's get out of here before it's too late. This town isn't any good for us anyway. What we need is a nice little town with a nice little sporting element where they enjoy a song, where they like to play a little cards.
After what you pull, I'd like to know how it's any of your business, where I stay or what I do or...
Because I make it my business, baby. You've been all my business ever since the first time I got a gander at you. And until something happens to me, or to you, or to both of us, you're going to keep right on being my business.
You come any nearer and you're going to be out of business right now.
No, put that thing away and stop being ridiculous.
You know you're fooling with sudden death, don't you?
As a sudden death artist, you make me snicker. You don't think I'd be parading around like this if there was any ammunition in that cannon, do you? You think I'm fresh off a farm?
What? You liar.
Well, pull the trigger and find out. Now you see why it's good to be early for appointments. They're the 2 live ones you had left. You must have been missing some of your other friends.
I'd like to hit you with a nice, flat rock.
Would you like me to go out and get you one?
That won't be necessary, thank you.
Why don't you stop talking like a little fathead and get ready to come along? You know you want to. Besides, you haven't any choice in the matter, honey.
Haven't I?
Of course not. I don't want to sound commercial, but if you forced me to let them know where you were...
And collect the 1,000.
That would be small consolation for losing you, baby.
But it would be something.
Half a loaf is better than nothing.
Yes, sir, a big flat rock. Not a little jagged one that would mess up the place.
Don't be gruesome.
Or a round, lumpy one that would dent your skull in.
How you talk.
But a nice, big, smooth, flat rock.
About like this?
That's just about right. You may fire when ready, Gridley.
You are the funniest little...
Well, he's still alive anyway.
Yeah, what do you want us to do with him now? Throw him in the swamp?
Let's just get rid of him before Charlie Hinkleman gets here and...
We can throw him in old man Hinkleman's forge. And the bellows.
Yeah, he'll come out like a piece of toast.
We don't need anything that fancy.
There's someone coming. I can hear footsteps.
Come on, help me put him in the closet. Hurry up.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry up. Come on, lift him up.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
No! It's locked! I can't!
No!
Then we better take him with us.
No. Put him under the desk.
Yes, ma'am.
1, 2, 3.
You didn't have to break every bone in his body. Now get out of here.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be watching outside for the next one.
Beat it. Oh. Come in, Charlie.
Ah, all ready for our little arithmetic lesson, I hope? I hope I'm not late.
Anything but. If you'd been 1 minute sooner, you would have been a couple of minutes too soon. I'm sorry I had to come on ahead.
I hope you weren't afraid. I mean, being way out here alone for so long.
Oh, you're never really alone, you know, with the owl, the bat, the nightjar.
Ah, yes. Capri mulgus europaeus, or goatsucker. I hope your first day wasn't too hard with those two human buzzards disguised as school children. I mean the bassmen.
No. Don't even think of it. This is a friend.
How was that?
They were even very helpful.
Well, I'm relieved to know it, because of all the cold-blooded cutthroats I've ever known, wakeful in my dreams, they take the meat axe.
No.
I have the most peculiar feeling that you're talking to somebody else, but I know you can't be, since we're obviously alone. But I have that peculiar feeling anyway.
Maybe something you ate.
Ah, Strix vulgaris, or Bubo virginianus. If it is the great horned owl, he can probably see you from his perch and is telling the night how beautiful you are.
That's very kind of you, Charlie. But if we're going to talk along those lines, let's take a little walk.
Did you hear that?
No, what?
Felix Concolly, the American puma. It sounded almost as if... There it is. There it is again.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
He must be a little deaf. It's practically in this room. It's a bear. Ursus americanus.
A bear?
A bear, not a mouse.
Well, I'm getting ready to run.
Wait a minute. How could it be a bear?
Let's not find out.
You mustn't be ridiculous.
I don't mind.
Where's your gun?
Right on the desk. I don't know where it is.
I'll get it.
He might bite you. Oh, come on!
I had such different plans for tonight.
I suppose you had. What was that?
It's near the schoolhouse. Somebody must have shot that bear.
Come on.
Are you sure that you don't want to...
I'm positive. Come on.
Try to hit me with a rock, will you? You dirty little badger. Better men than you have tried to...
Aren't those
It's the Basserman boys.
still breathing?
I don't think so. Poor little dogies. They weren't so bad.
Who do you suppose could have killed them? Not that lots of people didn't have plenty of reason to.
I guess I did.
You did. You were right with me all the time.
I know. I mean, in a way. There are a lot of things you don't understand, Charlie. We'd better go and tell somebody. The sheriff, I guess. Not that it'll do much good now.
But I don't understand.
I know you don't, and I'll explain it all to you someday. Just don't make me explain it all to you now. I feel sick.
Now, just a minute. Let's get together here. Everybody talking at once.
I'll conduct the investigation if it's all the same to you, Julius.
Why, certainly,
I
Sheriff.
mean, we don't get so many shootings around.
I was just trying to be helpful.
I know, but we must be logical about this. Now, who in town would want to shoot the Basserman boys?
Practically everybody.
What is this terrible calamity I hear?
What calamity?
Those dear little Basserman boys are blown to mincemeat by some person or persons unknown.
Dear little Basserman boys.
Aren't you exaggerating a little?
Dr. Schultz has gone to bring back their bodies. Did they have a mother?
I buried her.
Aha! Now, where did you say the corpses was?
In front of the schoolhouse.
Oh, half on the porch, half off the porch, wasn't it?
That's right.
One with his face looking down, one with his face looking up, ain't it?
That's right.
They ain't there.
They ain't there.
Absolutely next.
Jumping Jerusalem.
I knew I should have gone out there myself. Every time I trust everything
Listen,
to you.
I tell you the corpses ain't there. There is no corpses. Delicti or any other kind. All we found was this.
Now you're putting fingerprints on it.
I'm supposed to handle it with my teeth, maybe like a dog.
Ain't this the gun I give you, Charlie, when you was 21 that you never learned to shoot?
Now we're getting something.
Why, yes, but
He gave it to me.
Oh, what?
Now hold your horses, Ike.
This is the lethal weapon.
The what weapon? Stop lisping, will you? I can't understand you.
Oh, you killed my boys, huh? First you broke my wife's heart, and you tried to drive me out of town, and now you killed my boys. Who done it? Come on, spit it out. Keep an eye on me, just as soon shoot me.
Keep your hair on, Gus. We feel just as bad about this as you do, just the same.
You can save that hogwash. Who killed my son?
Now, just a minute.
Shut up, you.
That's what we're trying to find out, Gus. That's what we're here for.
Where are they at? You don't have to try and hide them from me. I'll bury them myself. And I'll bury some of the rest of you if you don't tell me who done it.
That's a good one.
Shut them all.
We don't know who done it, Gus. Now we don't even know where the bodies is. My son's seen them and examined them at the schoolhouse, but now they're gone.
What do you mean they're gone? Why should they be gone? What kind of a cock and bull story is that?
Wait a minute.
Why are you trying to hide them from me, you drunken buzzard? They're my sons.
Take your hands off me.
What's so sacred about you? Why is Mr. Hingelman's son so much better than Mr. Basserman's sons? You mustn't put your hands on Mr. Hingelman's son, but Mr. Basserman's sons, you can take them out and shoot them like dogs, and then throw them out on the swill pile. Whose gun is that? Is that what done it? Whose gun is
Now,
that?
don't get excited, Gus.
Now, just a minute, Mr.
What do you
Basserman.
got to say about it, you little thud?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Basserman. I didn't know your boys very well. I just met them today, but I like them. I really did, and that's my gun.
Oh, it is.
Stop it,
is it?
Take your hands off the lady.
What lady?
Well, you drunken sod, I gave her the gun.
Oh, you did you?
Stop it and get out of here. You will you?
Stop that, you beast. Get him back to me.
Go on again. I command that you stop.
Be careful, miss.
Get out of my way. Look out!
shooting for?
Yeah, can we shoot too?
I guess so.
Oh, goody, goody, gumdrop.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? It's on account of you we're shooting. What do you mean by pretending to be dead, you dirty little rat?
That's so he wouldn't shoot us. He was standing right there all the time when you and Charlie Engelman
Who
come
was
over.
standing right there?
That big black
Well, who was there?
He was gonna blow us to pieces. To pieces. So we stopped breathing.
What's all the shooting? Where's the fight?
Right here, brother. You look like you'd had one already. Just fire through that window over there. You got a gun? Here, take one of mine. Just fire through that window right over there. Hit anything you can see. Now, get that horse ready.
Don't worry, Mr. Hingelman. Look! Look! Look!
Oi.
Stop!
What is it? Shut
Listen!
up. Oi.
Look here!
Shh. Stop! 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 How are you?
Now, pick this thing up and hold it in front of us, if you can. Come on! Come on!
Out the window. It'll give him something to shoot at.
How do you want him hanged, Gus? Upside down by the time to how?
What's the matter with the usual way? They took mine. A son for a son. String him up. Come on, you. Come on.
We'll bring Charlie back or kill a whole bunch of them.
But who's got to do the shooting here? They ain't that good.
I'll do the shooting.
Oh, you think you can?
You said it, I bet you can. Go on, Bird Break. Come on. You mind?
Just a minute. Oh, no, Hilda, I was...
Never mind.
What are we shooting at her for?
Her, that bimbo started all the trouble.
Wait a minute. I must be on the wrong side.
Oh, you are you?
Oh, you would you?
Come here, will you, pal? Take it easy. You wouldn't shoot me down in cold blood like a rat.
Oh, yes, I would.
Cut it out, will you?
You didn't think that way about the people out there. Take that.
You would ya? You would ya? Hey! What's the matter, Chief? Called a spy. Just watch what I'm gonna do to him.
Come on, get it over
Ain't
with.
supposed to do that, Chief. You're supposed to hang spies. Are you? It's more dishonorable that way. Oh.
Why don't you finish it?
Take him up and hang him with the other one there. We gotta do things proper.
Excuse me.
Where?
There, right out of the barn loft.
Charlie! Give me that other gun.
Hurry, hurry. Here comes another one.
Where?
Hurry, Hilda, hurry.
Shut up. Steady, Freddie, steady. You got plenty of time. It takes a man minutes to strangle. Don't go pulling that trigger, honey. Just do like Grandpa said. Squeeze the hand, squeeze the whole hand like a bag of dead.
Wonderful, Hilda.
Now for you, you rat. Steady. Just a nice, easy squeeze like a bag full of dead.
scare him, man.
You rat! Open your eyes, will you?
I tell you, it's true. Nobody could shoot that good.
Open your eyes, or stick out your tongue, or do anything, will you? Just to let me know that you're alive, will you?
Wait a minute, Gus. Ain't them your boys down there?
What about it?
Ain't that what we're fighting for?
Well, so God if it ain't. I plumb forgot.
I'll make a flag. What are you doing?
Just one more for luck.
Open up! Open up.
And how are my bouncing boys?
And how is this one?
Making mountains out of moleskins like they all do.
Imagine giving up a gold mine for a tramp like this.
What can you see in him anyway?
I don't know. Probably the way his hair curls around his ears. I guess that's it. It's probably why I fell for him in the first place. I guess. Oh, hello, Mr. Jorgensen.
Hello.
I didn't know you were standing there. I'm sure glad to see you looking so good.
I've been feeling pretty good, thank you, Miss Jones.
Oh.
I've been terribly sorry, Miss Jones, but I've been think we've been taking little trip together to Rimpa City. I've been think you've been shooting too good for Swede.
I get you, Mr. Jorgensen.
You should have left them both hanging up there. The more you do for these tramps, the more you get it in the end.
But why did you have to shoot him down, Freddie? I said shoot and tip your mitt again. Couldn't you have done it with an axe or jackknife?
Where's Blackie?
I don't know. I suppose his...
Isn't that lobster even going to come over and see me take the rap?
Won't you sit here, madame?
Merci. Merci beaucoup.
Hello, darling.
How you feel, Freddie? Glad to see you.
Order in the court. Everyone rise and remove their hats.
How do you do, Your Honor? I'm sure glad to see you. I sure hope you feel good.
I feel great. I've been looking forward to this moment.
Why don't you look where you're going? I'm looking where I'm going. We only have my stronger glasses. Pick up your stuff. Huh?
Shut up, sit down, and keep quiet. Now, let's get this thing over with. I don't want to sit no longer than I have to. Everybody knows who did the shootings, who got shot both times, and where the alleged crime occurred. What do I mean, alleged? So call your witnesses.
Your Honor, before this case goes any further, I'd like to ask Your Honor one favor.
Well, make it a quick one. Out.
I will not even attempt to tell Your Honor about the wonderful courage displayed by this young woman while this other rube and I were hanging by our necks outside this bandit's loft. Our breath came in short pants. Our faces turned purple. Our eyes bulged out like pool balls. Our tongues were down to here. But she kept on through the avalanche of bullets, the rain of lead, coolly and calmly, and shot us down without any more fuss than if...
She'd been shooting at me.
Oh, you don't mean that, Your Honor. You'd have been proud of her, just as I am. And that other time when you got nicked a little...
Nicked a little? You have a talent for understatement that is...
Oh, I know. It's always worse to be the recipient.
That's just where I got it, too. You ought to feel my recipient.
I'm sure of it, Your Honor. But it was all a mistake, and if anybody's to blame, I am to blame.
Very noble, but it isn't going to get you anywhere.
I don't expect it to, Your Honor. All I'm trying to do is to tell Your Honor the truth and ask one favor before the court convenes and...